Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Becca Holmes. Today's prenatal yoga class will be yoga for swelling for your wrists and ankles. So for this class, excuse me, you will need some kind of wall. It doesn't have to be fancy. As you see, I'm in the one wall space that's really usable in my house, which is the corner in our library. Does not have to be special. You only need about 4 feet. And then it will be helpful to have a yoga strap if you have one. If not, you can use a belt or a scarf, something that you can attach your arms together, okay? And then you're gonna need some cushions, pillows, anything to make you more comfortable. We are going to end in a beautiful waterfall, legs up the wall. So it's gonna be really yummy, a nice and relaxing class just to relieve some of that swelling and pressure from all of the fluids in our body that can affect our wrists, ankles, feet, fingers, all of the above in pregnancy. All right, let's get to it. Okay, so we're starting with the wrists. We're beginning up against the wall. As you see, I've got my bolster here against the wall. And then get yourself nice and cozy. So we're going to find a comfortable seat with our back against the wall. And you're gonna need your strap for this first part. So go ahead and attach your strap or your belt, your scarf, any kind of rope, whatever you've kind of got laying around. And we want goalpost arms, okay? So that's actually about right. So play with that. And maybe you want it just a little bit tighter so that you almost create a diamond shape. So the idea here is that we're gonna give the arms a break and we're gonna allow the strap to hold our arms up here and really kind of create some tension so that we don't have to do much. And then it might be easier for you too to be a little bit away from the wall so that you create a bit of an angle that allows the arms to stay up. Perfect. So once you find a comfortable posture, and you'll know it's comfortable, like if you're feeling any kind of pressure anywhere or you're not relaxed, then try bringing the arms wider, try bringing them closer together. Let the fingers relax, close your eyes, and see if you can let your arms completely relax. If you feel any tension in the shoulders, try to wiggle that out, let that go. And then hold. It is a little awkward, so we're definitely not going to hold forever. We'll hold for about 3 minutes. But see if you can breathe through that discomfort and allowing these fluids to drain from our wrists. And find an easy breath and focus on your breath. Always remembering to breathe. This will be our best friend in labor as we breathe through discomfort there. So yoga is a great place to practice that. We're halfway through. 90 more seconds. Keep breathing. Okay, let's slowly release the hands down. Nice and slow, bring them down to your lap. Go ahead and release the strap, set it aside, and then shake it out. So I don't know if you're going on walks. I'm doing a lot of walking. That is helping me with my pregnancy and my hips, right? Staying active. But my fingers feel swollen right away. So then I'll walk like this. It's really hard to stay there for a long time. So that is this practice, having the straps and the wall to support us, to just bring some elevation to the wrist and let the fluids drain out, right? Okay. Okay, next let's move into some wrist exercises. So hopefully that feels pretty good and we've drained a little bit of the fluids. So let's link all of our fingers together and then just figure eights. I just think this feels good anyway. Pregnant or not, maybe you work on the computer, maybe you write all day, I don't know. We don't pay a lot of attention to our wrists. Once that feels good, try to go in the other direction. I always find figure eighting in the other direction kind of hard. But give it a go. All right, go ahead and shake that out. And then let's just bring the right wrist in front of us, straight out, and we're gonna use the left hand to stretch the wrist. So from the back of the right hand, we're just gonna pull forward so that we stretch the top half. Hold here for about 5 breaths. Sitting up nice and tall. Okay, and then shifting, now we're gonna stretch in the other direction. So palms facing up, and then we do fingers to fingers or palms to palms. Hold here for 5 breaths. And then go ahead and release, shake that out. And then to the other side. So left hand down, and again, make sure you're grabbing with your fingers the palm, not the fingers, because that won't do anything, right? Grab the palm, straight out with the left arm, and hold here 5 breaths. And after 5 breaths, switching, bringing our fingers to fingers or palms to palm. Stretching the underside of the wrist on the left side. 5 deep breaths here. Okay, go ahead and release that, shake it out. It might feel good to do some more figure eights after that. Or just shake it out. And then rest the hands down on the knees. Take a couple of breaths. And then from here, we're going to transition into a tabletop just to get into the wrists a little more. So here, once you're lined up, knees under hips, and then wrists under elbows, under shoulders. This might be enough for you. Honestly, tabletop can be a lot on, pardon me, I'm tangled. What the frick? Oh, okay, let's start over. Okay, from here, let's transition to tabletop to get into the wrists just a little bit more, and then we'll move on to ankle exercises. So here, once you're lined up with knees under hips and wrists directly under shoulders, you might feel good right here. You might also just slightly rock forward and back, getting into the wrists a little bit more. Keep breathing. And then I want you to hold. So find a place where you feel that stretch in your wrists. And then breathe. 5 breaths here. Okay, and then go ahead and transition back, shifting the hips backward. And then I want you to flip to the top of your hand. So just like we did before, we're gonna get the opposite stretch. And that might be a bit intense, so you might creep it in. So we're not in an exact tabletop here. And I want you to feel nice and supported. So if this doesn't feel good, you can just stay right here. Maybe bending the elbows, and then hold here, shifting back. 5 breaths. Okay, let's come back. And now we're gonna move into our ankles. So right here, let's just bring our right ankle or right foot up into the air and then just do some circles. One direction, then the other. Go ahead and switch to the left side. My left ankle pops. It's been sprained multiple times. Please ignore. Okay, and then go in the other direction. And then also important is to get into the feet, right? So we're gonna tuck the toes in this kind of hero pose and then sit back on our heels. And this might be intense before you even lift your hands off the mat, so you can stay right here. So this feels really good for me. Squeezing the heels together, make sure that your feet stay aligned, and then just hold. You can also come all the way up to where you're in a seat and just see how that feels on your feet and ankles. 5 deep breaths here. Okay, shift forward, untuck the toes. You might want to bang the tops of your feet a little bit to kind of release that tension. And then sit back on your heels. Pause here, breathe here, relax here. Okay, and from here, shifting into our final posture, waterfall, legs up the wall. Now, this may not be available to you because we are going to be lying on our backs with our legs up the wall, but we're going to use lots of support. So I want you to just be mindful of your body and see how you are feeling right now. This is better, at least it was for me, first and second trimester, but with the support, I don't really feel that pressure. And it also depends on my heartburn for the day. So today I'm feeling pretty good, so I'm gonna go for it. Otherwise, you can rest in a lying side shavasana with your feet propped up on a pillow. And so there's a lot of different ways to prop your feet up. You can also just lie on your back with your feet propped on a pillow instead of lying all the way into waterfall. So just be mindful of what feels best for you. This is just the practice that I am going to do for today. And we will sit in this posture for 5 minutes. So, the trickiest part is getting into it. So with my cushion up against the wall, okay, I'm gonna kind of come in sideways. Actually, I lied. I'm gonna come in this way first, and then I'm gonna scoot the cushion under. That's right. So scoot your booty up as far as you can, close to the wall, then lift the hips. Definitely a lot easier. There you go. Now we've got legs up the wall. And then you can use your elbows to scoot yourself even closer in. No one said yoga was super elegant. Now we've got this beautiful drainage of all of the fluids in our ankles. And also this relieves a little belly pressure off the hips. So find legs up the wall. Rest your hands either on your belly or you can open your hands wide. And then just let yourself completely relax into the earth here. Completely settle in. And just know that you are allowing rest on your aching feet, your aching ankles, doing so much work carrying this extra weight. So breathe some relaxation into your entire lower body. We'll stay here for a few minutes together and then close out the practice together. And I invite you to stay here as long as is comfortable for you. Right now we are going to transition out and close the class together, taking our time. And also, if this is good for a couple of minutes and then you want to switch to something a little less intense, that's also an option, as long as we're elevating the feet. So I'm going to bring my feet down the wall so that I can shift my cushion out from under and then lower gently. Yes. And then I'm going to shift onto my side gently. Use my arms to push myself up. Again, yoga is not glamorous. Prenatal yoga, definitely not glamorous. And that's not the goal. It's all good. Safety is the goal. Comfort is the goal. So grab your cushion. A few cleansing breaths here in a seat. And then one Om to close the class out together. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace be with you on your pregnancy journey. I hope this class served you and helped a little bit with some ankle and wrist swelling. Another option is to just take any of these postures or stretches and hold it for a really long time and just kind of play with the different options depending on where your swelling and like pain and pressure is at. So let me know in the comments how you're feeling. I always want to know. I want to know updates on your pregnancy journey. I want to know how you are doing, mama. And if there's anything else that I can help you with that I don't already have on my channel, please let me know. I'd love to create it for you. All right, go ahead and subscribe. You will get notifications of my weekly classes, and I'll see you next time. Bye.